You aren't burned out, you aren't lazy, and you definitely aren't broken. You're just losing the game before your feet even hit the floor. Look, you do it every single day. You wake up, stare at the ceiling, and ask yourself, why am I already exhausted? Why is my mind completely scattered? Why does the success I want feel so damn far away? We've all been trapped in that loop, feeling like you're grinding all day but ending up exactly where you started. You start thinking it's a character flaw. You think you just don't have what it takes. But get this, it's not you, it's a system failure. You are bleeding out your daily potential in the first 20 minutes of your day. Every morning, you are staring down two choices. One choice builds the future you actually want, and the other choice locks you in a cage, keeping you exactly where you are right now. Here's the crazy part. The highest performers on earth don't rely on raw motivation to get out of bed. They rely on what I call the first domino effect. They know that when you fix the absolute start of your day, the rest of your life actually stops fighting you. It becomes automatic. Today, I'm giving you the 5 psychological triggers that will completely hijack your morning routine and change the trajectory of your life. So how do we push that first domino? We start with rule number 1, the anchor wake up. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to join the 4 a.m. club. That is hustle culture garbage. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. But you must wake up at the exact same time every single day, weekends included. Why? Because this isn't just about getting out of bed, it's about building an unbreakable foundation of control. Your brain craves predictability. When you anchor your wake-up time, you reset your dopamine, you master your biology, and you train your mind to stop reacting to the world and start dictating it. You're not training your alarm clock, you're training your brain. The exact second you claim that baseline control, the world stops pushing you around. A disciplined morning isn't just a kickstart, it is a literal cheat code for your future. Which brings us to rule number 2, the dopamine firewall. Listen to me closely. 90% of guys lose the game right here. Your eyes open, and within 3 seconds, you're blindly reaching for that glowing rectangle. You think you're just waking up by scrolling reels and checking your notifications, but here's the raw psychology behind it. You are letting an algorithm hijack your brain's dopamine baseline before you've even taken a conscious breath. Your mental energy gets siphoned, your clarity completely evaporates, and that's exactly why the rest of your day feels like wading through wet cement. So here's the execution. A strict 1-hour dopamine firewall. No phone, period. Instead, you do 3 things. You make the bed, you chug a massive glass of water, and you step outside to let raw sunlight hit your eyes. This single physical pivot dictates the momentum of your entire day. Win that first hour, and you've already won the war. Rule number 3, kinetic activation. Look at what you normally do. You wake up and you do the exact opposite of what human biology actually demands. You sit completely still, you scroll, you literally signal your nervous system to shut back down. And then you have the nerve to ask yourself why you feel tired, unfocused, and completely dead inside by 2 p.m. You need a radical physical state change. Listen to me closely. This isn't about getting shredded or hitting personal records. It is about biochemical activation. I don't care if it's 10 savage push-ups, a 5-minute stretch, or hitting the heavy bag in your garage. The exact second you move, your entire system boots up. Oxygen spikes, endorphins flood the brain, the lights turn on. Sitting still in the morning is a literal slow death for your ambition. Motion creates emotion. If you want relentless clarity, move. Want unbreakable energy? Move. Want to actually feel alive? Move. The most dangerous, successful people on the planet do not wait to feel motivated. They move first, and the mind is forced to follow. Control the physical body, and you absolutely dominate the day. Which leads right into rule number 4, the protein baseline. Look at the standard morning routine. It's a complete trap. Most guys start their day shoveling down sugar and processed carbs. They spike their insulin to the moon, crash violently by 10 a.m., and then sit at their desks wondering why they have zero focus and massive brain fog.
Here is the biological truth. Sugar gives you a cheap, fake spike. Protein gives you absolute control. When you load up on protein first thing in the morning, you lock in your blood sugar. You get sustained, weaponized energy instead of a pathetic crash. It sharpens your cognitive focus and physically fortifies your system. Greek yogurt, a heavy protein shake, or just cracking a few eggs, do whatever gets it done. Stop treating your body like a garbage disposal and start fueling it like a high-performance machine, not a trash can. Because let's get brutally honest, you are exactly what you consume. If you eat like your life doesn't matter, you are going to live like you don't matter. Which brings us to rule number 5, the willpower battery. Look at how most people start their workday. They actively avoid discomfort. They check their emails, they reply to messages, they do cheap, fake busy work just to feel like they're being productive. But here's the psychological reality. Your willpower is a literal battery. It is at 100% capacity the moment you wake up, and every tiny, meaningless decision you make, every notification, every email, every mindless scroll, bleeds that battery dry. So here's the final execution. You must attack the beast first. Before you open a single email, before you take a meeting, before your brain even has a split second to negotiate with you, you do the hardest, ugliest task on your list. You do the exact thing you're avoiding, the thing that actually moves the needle in your life. Listen to me, these aren't just cute little habits. This is a weaponized system designed to build your future, brick by brutal brick, morning after morning. You do not need more motivation. Motivation is a myth. You need relentless repetition. Protect that first hour of your day with your life. Execute without emotion. Let pure, cold discipline do the heavy lifting. Because the life you actually want is not built in a day. It is built in the dark, every single morning when absolutely no one is watching. If you are finally ready to take absolute control of your mornings, drop a comment saying "I'm ready" down below and hit subscribe to No Shortcut Life. Because this is where discipline is built.